I hope everybody's having a great weekend so far. And it's frankly been a quiet one. Not much in terms of changes from yesterday, just kind of a blah day overall. We started out on the same note today, and there are just a few changes that I do want to discuss with you guys, as well as something important that is coming today. Might create a little bit of a stir in the market. And I just want to kind of outline what is going to be going on as we get into the week. So, if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. In terms of ADA price, there's just not a whole lot going on right now. We're at about 73, 74 cents, just kind of chopping around, putzing around, BTC floating around this 107 range. I actually saw it down below it when I woke up this morning, but we're just kind of slowly navigating our way through the weekend, and I'm okay with that. All right. Yesterday was actually a modest volume day for a Saturday, or actually a pretty good volume day for a Saturday. Now I think about it, $100 billion in daily trading volume. We'll see if today continues on the same note. Honestly, the closer we get to Memorial Day, which is tomorrow, I think that volume does drop off. And so we'll see whether that is people deciding to accumulate and build their bags, or if it's some people that are profit taking or getting spooked because of low volume. We'll just have to be patient and watch and wait this. And I found something very interesting, and that is that a lot of this short leverage kind of backed off a little bit. If you guys remember, we talked about this in terms of ADA yesterday. There was still this big imbalance in place. There's not today. It's about a 5% imbalance to the short side still. So there's still a lot of fuel for these next extensions to the upside, but some of the shorts have in fact gotten out of the way. Now, that being said, there is a short that just opened up a big position. Do you guys remember this 40x long whale? Well, they were getting just absolutely crushed on their position. And so they actually closed that $1.25 billion long at a loss of $13.4 million. That is just brutal. And what they did was they actually now flipped this to a short. So they opened up a $222 million BTC short at 40x leverage. And Crypto Rover saying, should we be worried? I don't think so. Again, it's the weekend. It's lower volume. You typically need volume to kind of create some of this volatility. Now, that being said, there is something coming today that could cause a little bit of stir in the market. And that is Jerome Powell actually speaking at the Economic Club of Chicago. Now, for those that aren't familiar, this is taking place at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's 12:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we're hoping to hear something about monetary policy. We're hoping to hear something about potential interest rate decreases, right? That could cause a little bit of liveliness in the market. I'm not saying that's going to happen for sure, but he tends to play things pretty close to the vest. He doesn't tend to be too far one way or the other. And that's kind of what we're waiting for overall. So we're just waiting for a little bit of a shift there to create some excitement once again in the crypto market. I'm not sure if we fell. No, we're still we're still technically in the greed phase in the fear greed index. It feels more like we're in neutral to maybe slightly bearish right now. I'm not really bearish, to be honest with you guys. I mean, we're again still within structure. We're just chopping around. Nothing's really changed there. And we do have some things this week that could create a little bit of volatility one way or the other in the crypto market. Obviously tomorrow the market is going to be closed for Memorial Day. Wednesday, we have the release of the FOMC meeting minutes. And this is kind of important because we're going to hear how close the Fed is actually to lowering rates. And I think we're a lot closer than what people realize. Thursday, U.S. Q1 GDP growth rate, the second estimate, and then Friday is going to be the PCE report. So that's the stuff we have coming this week. It might be kind of a quiet week overall. We'll have to wait and see what happens. There's nothing really like big per se, even though Crypto Rover says it's big. It's really not. This is all kind of moderate volatility stuff. And we'll just have to wait and see if any of this can give us just a little bit of wind in our sails to kind of right the ship here. What I do want to see is, confirmed higher low. That would be a great sign. Want to really bounce off of all these moving averages. If we look at the weekly in terms of ADA right now, we're sitting right on top of that 20-week moving average. This would actually be a really good spot for ADA to bounce off of. I don't know if it's going to happen for sure, but this is our bull market support band. This is where we could, in fact, see ADA try to extend and get a good bounce off of and create a little bit of leg here. So appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.